Hi students, today is Monday, May 11th, 2020 or 2020. Today we're going to talk about your assignments for reading, writing, and math. If you don't want to watch the whole video and you just want to listen to a description about a certain topic, go ahead and check out the links in the description so you can jump right to it. Here we go. So for reading, you are going to read or listen to the text night and day. You can click on the link here, and when you do, you might have to log in, but it'll take you to the book. And here's the book, Night and Day. Remember, if you want the computer to read it to you, you're going to have to click the auto on button and then press play. I would suggest skipping the first few pages unless you want the words to think about read to you. I would start on page 4, right here. Okay, now there are some questions you're going to need to respond to also. So here are the questions. Pages 6 and 7, what is the key detail you learned about the moon? Page 6 to 8, what do you see in the sky at nighttime? Page 10 to 11, what important facts did you learn about the sun? Page 13, how often does the Earth rotate? Make sure that when you respond, whether it's to a stuffy, a pet, or a human, that you are using a complete sentence. If you want to extend this, meaning you want to give yourself more of a challenge, write your answers down. All right, let's go ahead and go back. Now let's talk about writing. So for writing, you are going to answer this question. Would you want to be an astronomer? Why or why not? And so you will find out what an astronomer is when you read Night and Day, okay? All right, now grammar. So we are going to go to our grammar pages in just a moment. I want to direct your attention to the or are controlled spelling video here and part 1 present tense verbs. Go ahead and watch these videos if you feel like you need a little extra help with understanding the or sound and present tense verbs. Today, I'm just going to talk and read about the pages. Okay, so let's go to those. Here we go. So I'm going to read this page to you. It's called Present Tense Verbs. And in the gray box, it says present tense verbs tell about actions that are happening right now. When the subject is singular, add s or es to the end of most verbs to make the present tense form. Do not add s when the subject is plural. Here are 2 examples. Al likes the color purple. Kara and Raul water the plants. So an S was added to the word like in Al likes the color purple. And notice that Kara and Raul water, there was no S added because the subject, who is Carol and Raul, is plural. It was more than one person. And again, you can watch the present tense verbs to get a little more information about that. Here we go. The directions are write the present tense form of the verb in parentheses on the line. Number 1, Zach play guitar. Well, Zach is singular, so we need to add an S to the end of that word. So Zach plays guitar. You can write this on the line if you print this out or on a piece of scratch paper. If you want to extend it or challenge yourself a little more, write the entire sentence out. Number 2, Marina and Pat ask questions. Decide, does that need an S or an ES? Is the subject plural? Is it singular? Number 3, Dad waved to us. Again, think about, do you need to add an S or an ES? Is the subject singular or plural? Number 4, the runners race around the track. Number 5, Sarah stir the soup. Number 6, Mom drive us. Let's go ahead and go to our spelling page for today. So this is using the are controlled vowel sound or, and specifically just the O-R. And if you watch the R-controlled vowel sound video, you'll see that there are other ways to spell or for other words. So you're going to fill in the missing letter for each or word. Use the word bank to help you. I am just going to read the word bank to you. I'm going to do number 1 for you, and I would like you to try 2 through 12 on your own. So starting where my hand is, or my cursor is underneath, fork, storm, door, porch, worn, sports, short, store, torn, sword, north, horse. Great. Let's go back to our schedule. Now let's talk about math. So for math, you are going to watch the 9-3 video on Google Classroom. So you're going to be going to your Google Classroom, you're going to click under where it says weekly math assignments, and you will see a link, a green link that has the video and the worksheets. So it's all in one link, okay? Now, you also have some other student pages here too. And I'm going to go to the full directions for grammar, spelling, and math just to read to you what it says. So we already said number 1. Let's talk about number 2. Complete as much of these math pages as you can or want. The problems can be written on a piece of paper. You don't have to print them out. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at the math pages right now, and I'm going to read them to you. So if you do not want to listen to them being read, you are welcome to go ahead and stop the video because I am pretty much done explaining assignments for today. Here we go. Using models to compare numbers. Now on this page, if you follow along with the video, you probably could fill this out with the video. If you want to just make up your own numbers, then you can do that too. I would just suggest skipping this page, but I will read what it says right here just so you know. It says, is greater than, is less than. So for example, you could write the number 52 and then write the number 61, and we would circle one of these options. 52 is less than 61. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next page. So on the inside, you are going to write the number of cubes and then circle if it's greater or less than. So number 1 is done for you. It's showing me, the cubes are showing the number 42, and then they're showing the number 15. 42 is on the left, so it's first. So the number that is being compared to is 15. So 42 is greater than 15. Now let's look at number 2. I'll count these. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24 you would write here, and this is 10, 20. I know this is 5, so 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 24 and 29. I'm comparing 24 to 29. So 24 is less than 29. The do you understand part says which number is greater and how do you know? You could answer this question out loud, or you could challenge yourself and also write it down. So you might want to start off by saying this number, or the number blank, is greater because, and that because is going to help you give that reason as to why you know that number is greater. Let's go over here to this page. For 3, 4, 5, and 6, you're going to write the number of cubes, circle which one is greater or is less than, okay? So it's the same, kind of the same thing we just did on number 1 and 2. Down here for reasoning, number 7, it says find the number. So this is like a little riddle. It is greater than 39. It has 5 ones and is less than 50. So what is the number? Let's go ahead and go back up. I'm going to read this last page to you, and you got it. Number 11, the journal, is the one I always like for you to do. Here we go. Choose any two numbers on this page. What is different between the larger number and the smaller number? Write a sentence that compares the numbers. So you might say something like, well, a difference between the larger number and the smaller number is, but maybe instead of writing the word larger and smaller and number, you might want to actually write down the number. So go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and read 8, 9, and 10 to you in case you would like to do them. Number 8 says, Joe sees 28 girls at the park. She sees 32 boys at the park. Does Joe see more boys or more girls? Number 9, Julio counts 37 robins. He counts 16 butterflies. He counts 31 crows. Does Julio count more robins or more crows? Number 10, Anne has 46 shells. Ben has fewer shells than Anna. How many shells could Ben have? And your options are A, 43, B, 46, C, 49, D, 52. All right, this is the math consumable you would have gotten in class. Now let's talk about the other math pages that you have inside of your math book that we gave you during phase 1. Using models to compare numbers. Write the number of cubes. Circle is greater than or is less than. So I'm not really going to talk too much about number 1 and 2 because it's the same thing that we were doing on the consumable pages. Number 3 says Trevor saw 22 monkeys in a picture. He saw 29 birds in the same picture. Did Trevor see more birds or more monkeys? And you need to write your answer. Number 4, Kenya has 18 grapes. She has 21 berries. Does Kenya have more grapes or more berries? And then write which one it has more. Number 5, Laura counted 36 stars. Andy counted more stars than Laura. How many stars could Andy have counted? And there are your options. A, 41, B, 35, C, 30, and D, 29. Number 6, reasoning. What number am I? My tens digit is double my ones digit. I am less than 70 and greater than 60. What number is that? So think really hard about that. Okay. And now we're going to go to the practice page. Oh, I think I skipped over it. Oh, I read you the practice page. Let's go up to the reteaching page, which is probably the one you want to do first. Using models to compare numbers, compare these numbers. First, compare the tens. So you're seeing them write the actual words is greater than, is less than, to compare these numbers. I think that's really good practice to get used to writing those words because even though it's math, there is lots of writing that you can do to explain your answers. So for numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, you are going to write the words greater than or less than. Number 2 says 44 is blank 42. Number 3 says 37 is blank 34. And number 4 says 62 is blank 63. All right, students. Well, that is all of our work that we have for Monday. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in another video.